Hey guys, what's going on? It's Billy here from the best place to buy gold online, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. So in today's video I'm just going to discuss with you Nathan Rothschild and the Battle of Waterloo, and the story of how he gained control of the British Empire and then created the first British central bank. So I'm starting from 1814 because it's quite long-winded, but basically in short, it is reported that Nathan Rothschild was given something in the sum of $3 million by Prince William IX of HesseHanau, and obviously he had entrusted him to look after that money and keep it safe for him. But he had actually kept the fortune and invested it in gold to be used to fund and profit the Napoleonic War. And there's an account of this can be found in the Jewish Encyclopaedia 1905 edition, volume 10, and it's page 494, which states, according to the legend, this money was hidden away in wine caskets in 1814 when the elector, Prince William, returned to the electorate, which was Germany at the time, and the facts though are somewhat less romantic and more businesslike. This last line indicates that the money was never returned by the Rothschilds to Prince William. Then the encyclopedia goes on to state that Nathan Mayer Rothschild invested the $3 million in gold from the East India Company, knowing that it would be needed for Wellington's peninsula campaign. And on the stolen money, Nathan made no less than 4 profits. Number 1 was on the sale of Wellington's paper, which he bought him 50 cents on the dollar and collected at par, and on the sale of good gold to Wellington. Number 3 on its repurchase, and number 4 on forwarding it to Portugal. By 1815, the 5 Rothschild brothers worked to supply gold to both Wellington's army through Nathan in England and Napoleon's army through Jacob in France. Began their policy of funding both sides of the war. This is exactly what central banks do. They have done it for thousands and thousands of years, and this is no different whatsoever. So the Rothschilds loved wars because they were massive generators of risk-free debt. This is because they guaranteed by the government of that country and therefore the efforts of the population of that country. It didn't matter if that country lost the war, because the loans were given on the guarantee that the victor would honour the debts of the vanquished. Whilst the Rothschilds were funding both sides of this war, they used the banks they had spread out across Europe to give them the opportunity to set up unrivaled postal service network of secret routes and fast couriers. The post that these couriers carried was opened by these couriers, and their details given to the Rothschilds, so that they always were one step ahead of the current events. Furthermore, these Rothschilds couriers were the only merchants allowed to pass through English and French blockades. It was these couriers who also kept Nathan Mayer Rothschild up to date with how the war was going, so he could use that intelligence to buy and sell from his position on the stock exchange in accordance with that information. One of the Rothschilds' couriers was a man named Rothworth. When the outcome of the Battle of Waterloo was won by the British, Rothworth took off for the Channel and was able to deliver the news to Nathan Mayer Rothschild a full 24 hours before Wellington's own courier arrived in London. At that time, British bonds were called consols, and they were traded on the floor of the stock exchange. Nathan Mayer Rothschild instructed all of his workers on the floor to start selling consols. They made all the other traders believe that the British had lost the war, so they started selling frantically and caused a panic. Therefore, the consols plummeted in value, and Nathan Mayer Rothschild then discreetly instructed his workers to purchase all the consols they could lay their hands on. When the news came through that the British had actually won the war, the consols went up to a level even higher than before the war, ended, leaving Mayer Rothschild with a return of approximately 20-1 on his investment. And this gave the Rothschild family complete control of the British economy, which then the financial centre of the world following Napoleon's defeat, and it forced England to set up a new Bank of England, which Nathan Mayer Rothschild controlled. Interestingly, 100 years later though, the New York Times would run a story stating that Nathan Mayer Rothschild's grandson had attempted to secure a court order to suppress publication of a book which had this insider trading story in it. The Rothschild family claimed the story was untrue and libelous, but the court denied the Rothschilds' request and ordered the Rothschild family to pay all court costs. Nathan Mayer Rothschild made his famous statement in 1815, "I care not what puppet is placed upon the throne of England to rule the empire on which the sun never sets. The man who controls Britain's money supply controls the British Empire, and I control British money supply." He would go on to brag that in 17 years he had been in England, he had increased the £20,000 stake given to him by his father 2,500 times to approximately £50 million. The Rothschilds also used their control of the Bank of England to replace the method of shipping gold from country to country. Instead, used their 5 banks spread across Europe to set up a payment system, a system of paper debits and credits, the banking system that we now know today. By the end of that century, a period of time that was known as the Age of the Rothschild, it is estimated that the Rothschild family controlled half the wealth of the world. And you can check out more on this story on the rothschildsarchive.org. There's a great little website. There's lots of information over there, plus obviously the resource that I already mentioned earlier on in this video. I hope you got value. If you did, feel free to like, comment, share. And I'm having a lot of people ask me about legacy gold, so here's just a few things about legacy gold, how we can help you, and how you can actually take back control of your wealth by purchasing small amounts of gold, which will only increase in value as the time goes on. So our customer premium over spot today is 84% cheaper than the average online premium over spot price, and you'd roughly save around about £14 on a 1 gram purchase. So why gold and why legacy gold? And it, pun intended here, because negative interest rates simply don't interest me. So there you have it, guys. If you got value, feel free to like, comment, share this video, and if you haven't done so already, highly recommend check out my website goldfinancial.de. Go ahead and register yourself for a free account if you wish, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.